Hello and welcome to episode 15 of this Let's Play series. We are playing Factorio. In the last episode we have brownouts in the factory. We did not generate enough electricity because we're not paying attention to electric demand. And then we spend a lot of time, I think like an hour and a half, just running around trying to make sure everything is being made and all that. So our number one consumption is still the electric furnace. I believe we have mod all of them with these, so they only use 40% of electricity. We can also bump that up to the next thing, which is using the processing unit, and that would basically with two of those it'll go to minus 80%, which is the max, and then we'll cut basically the consumption in half. But to make the level 2 module we would need processing unit, and to do that we need to make them I guess it's pretty straightforward. We just need sulfuric acid, red and blue circuits. And right now, however, we are running low on not blue circuit, red and green circuit. We are running on green circuits because we are using green circuits over here to feed into this setup. And it just looked like that is not going to cut it. It's just simply not sufficient for this one machine over here. And I don't think we're using it for anything else really. It's just that one, and it's not sufficient. Because let's just take a look at this real quick. So this one making it requires 3 of these every half second, so 6 a second. 6 of those a second, and we are running a very similar setup over here, which produce only 2 a second. Let me make sure this is right. We are producing 1 every half second. Right, so we produce 2 per second, and we need 6. Okay. So to rectify that, I think we just need to make our own circuit production over here and pump it out. Now we already don't have enough copper, so we need to increase our copper smelting as well. One thing we might want to do again is just to try and make a few of the level 2. Again, that just require red and green circuits, and then so let's just plop one of them down here. Just so we have it. To make the level 2, we need 4 of those red and purple circuits actually. Red and purple circuits. Now this is so similar to these, like in the old one, old graphic pack, I guess. They look a lot different. So this will only start making things when this one fills up. Purple circuit. Let's make some of those just so that we have some. Alright, to make purple circuits, I think I need one of these. I'm not sure why I just did that, but I did. Purple circuits require red and green and sulfuric acid, I believe. So red and green right here. Right, so red and green and sulfuric acid. Go and rotate it this way. And again, this is something that we'll have to make in a much larger quantity. Moving forward, but right now, oh, that doesn't work like that. Do that again. Let's do it here. Do it. Take this one off. Connect it somewhere around there. I just want to have room to run the pipe across this whole section over here. That's why I am doing that. Okay, and sulfuric acid is down here. Of course, this is not helping the matter. Let's go ahead and deconstruct these over here. And just move them up this way. Just fit them here. Oh, we finished the lab. Research. That cost a lot. Let's just finish all these cheap ones. Have this gun over here, which we'll just leave, I guess. There. Let's build some of these. And then we have sulfuric acid going down to make some circuits. Now again, this is a very low production machines, just for funsies. Okay, let's just finish all these cheap ones over here. And let's just put this one in a chest right here. Make sure we don't make too many of them right now. Then we'll also request some of those, I guess. This will create 5 of them. I'm not even sure it's worth us doing that manually, so just let that run for a little while. This will of course tear through all of the green circuits over here that we have built up. Oh, we can do this next. Don't need that anymore, so let's just stop it there. So now we really need more copper. And our options are to start mining things down here and belt them up, down here and belt them up here and belt them down, or start doing drain stuff. Not sure I'm ready to do drain stuff. Do we have enough to build drain stuff? I'm gonna build some rail. Build some locomotives, cargo wagons. Don't quite need that yet. Okay. Build rail. Now, I don't remember if they are curved rail or not. We used to have curved rails. So now we have diagonal rail. Oh, we always have diagonal rail. There used to be curved rail as well. So just look at the technology real quick. Oh, we have research railway. Well, let's just go ahead and get the research done, and then we'll see where that leads. So railway, we have research. That need to lead to rail signal, braking force, all these things. The rail planner can build short paths directly to left mouse button along those paths using shift left mouse. That okay. Put these here. I assume we still have curved rail, unless we don't anymore and everything is just straight. That doesn't make sense. Ah, okay. So rail planner itself allows you to do things like this. Okay. All I do is just hold the rail and hover in a direction, and it does that for me. So if I hold down the mouse button, so I just trying to relearn the game myself, trying to build a circle. So this allows me to build a nice and curved section. Can I build a sharper curve? Maybe not. If I have it at an angle, then can I build it as a sharper curve? Maybe. I don't know. But I feel like, well, let's first put some light down here so that it's a little bit brighter. I feel like we should start building a rail yard over here, and this is a good place as any, I think, to build a rail yard. And then from there we can start bringing material in from distant places and smelt them. We have a roboport here. And in the older version of the game, I would actually have a roboport in the rail yard to move material, but we don't have the logistic network research yet, so we can't even do that. And the logistic network is here, require purple and high-tech sign pack, 150 each. Let's research and see what it required to build those. This required electric furnace, an engine unit, and pump jack. I think 14. The pump jack require, I think, 10. Takes a lot of stuff. Wow. And then electric engine unit, also 10. And then electric furnace. This is going to be a complicated setup. This one takes 5, so we only need 5 seconds. So we only need 5 of these a second. We need to pipe like stone and everything else to start making this stuff. It just feels a little daunting right now to build those, but I think we have to build it anyway because we just have to. So let's start with this and work backward. Actually, before we do that, that's something we have to do for sure. However, we are running short on these accumulators over here because we are only have 2 of these producing this stuff. So instead of doing this because this tag 5, 10, and then 5 battery, and this produce. So this produces 1 battery every 5 seconds. This one consume a battery every 2 seconds. Okay. So my ratio is wrong. When I do this, I thought one of these can build both of these. That is incorrect. So this produce a battery every 5 seconds. So 5 of those will produce a battery a second. So 5 of those can feed 2 of these. Okay. So that's the first thing that I will make then. Need to build 5 of these. What does this take? It take iron, copper, and a lot of sulfuric acid. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab all this stuff out of the way. So we need iron and copper. Take 5 of these. Let's just make 6 of them. In a, let's say, a 3x3 configuration. We run iron and copper on either side, and this is laser. Let's go ahead and remove all this stuff. We have a lot of battery. Let's remove the light. And I think we'll run iron and copper into one line. And run that straight down the middle, I think. Let's do that. And let's just go ahead and take all this stuff. We'll waste a little bit of sulfuric acid there, but not much we can do about it. Let's go ahead and take this away as well. So we run this down the way. I think that is fine here. Then make battery. Okay. It's in here somewhere. I could have gone blind. But I don't see it. Oh, is it the wrong machine? It is not the wrong machine. Battery. It needs to be made by these things. My bad. Okay. Need to go down a little bit though, because they are. I need pipes. And the pipes will come in. Oh, we are under attack. Where are we under attack? Down here. Let's go and deal with that before they do any more damage. It's such a long way to go. I thought I had some gun over there, but apparently I don't. Run, 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 run. Oh, they are in. Running around over here. It's just one of them that was messing with all these things. I think so. Let's repair it so we don't. Oh, that's the wrong thing. There you go. No more blinking stuff. Good. So now we need to do one of these. Don't need any wall. We do need electrical poles. Because we will need to run these down the perimeter. I do remember running, yeah, there we go. Remember running some of these down this way. So let's continue. Let's go ahead and just build it right here. Okay, add some lights so that we know. Actually, let's go ahead and one of those. Move these. I think I actually need some more laser turret because we don't have any on us. Number one. Well, let's not worry about the laser turret there for now. There's 2 here and 3 here. It should be okay for now. So now we can get back to our base and try to build more accumulators. Because that's what causing us to brown out before. We produce a lot of electricity, but we do not store enough of it for the night. So back over here. I don't know why I have one of those there. That scared me. Did I remove a section of the wall by mistake? No, that's fine. That's fine. No, I think that's fine. Maybe I just have wall at me? That's possible. That is through there, and it did not remove any wall by mistake. At least I don't think so. I think we'll find out real quick if more things get attacked. Alright. Need a couple more of these. And I said I need 6 of them. So let's do 6. And we'll run the pipe right down the middle. Then we'll run iron and copper on the side then. Iron, copper. I think that's fine. And instead of having them all separate, I'll just build them like this. this will make battery. Okay, so now these guys require sulfuric acid. And we'll just build regular pipe. Right there. So now there's sulfuric acid there. And I'll just run these pipe all the way down here. And then this one will just jump from here to here. These guys all have sulfuric acid, now it's just copper and iron. So copper can be done over here. And assuming right down the middle. Assuming that they are pretty slow, I think they'll be fine. Then we need iron to go on this side. And connect this thing somewhere around there. Actually, if I do iron here, then how am I going to get that? Doesn't quite work. Well, the easy way to do is just to run both iron and copper down up this line. So to do that, just run copper down that way, iron down that way. Now let's just go ahead and pick up all these copper plates right here. Until I see iron showing up on the line. Go. So then we'll just have these guys to output, and that would output it right here. We'll do the opposite this way. Go ahead and run this over here. So this is our battery production. And then we can use these guys to build these things. Actually, these do not. Yeah, let's just use these because they craft a little bit faster and they take less energy. So these things are gonna run a lot. Get those in there. And then these guys also need iron. So just run iron. Down this way. Have a splitter. So. Jump this over here. These over here. Now we need some power. Chest. So hopefully this will keep everything running pretty quickly. Keep them running all the time. These gotta take 10 seconds, so make 2 of these a second. I mean 2 of every 10 seconds, once every 5 seconds. And that should be enough. Should be enough battery to supply them. Not need to make that many. Put one here, one there, light things up a little bit, there, there. Show them all in there. And when those are full, then we'll go ahead and put some of these battery here. Keep hitting the wrong button. So this should allow us to go through this pretty quickly. It definitely go down a lot faster than it did before. And also, we'll probably drain this pretty quick, which is fine. We'll just slowly replenish it when those are full. Eventually we'll need to do a lot better with this, but for now I think that is sufficient. Move these things in here. Just add some light. Now we are storing 3 gigajoule. We only use a fraction of the solar power can produce, which is good. Oh, and then we need to make a laser. That's what we didn't do before. So to make laser, we did it before. It's just we were pretty slow in doing it, and we're doing it manually. So steel plate, electronic circuit, and battery. So we have battery right here. These will make us laser. Slide this right there. I think that's fine. We need steel and electronic circuits. For electronic circuit, we would just need copper, and then steel would need just iron. This is green circuit. That's red circuit. Well, green circuits also need iron. Forgot about that. So let's reroute some of these pipes and make green circuits right here. That is a nice idea. Ooh, that's not how you want to do that. Do not want to connect those. And then grab this. So this is green circuit. before we do that, let's go ahead and remove all these things because we no longer need them. Then we can build a green circuit a lot closer. Like this kind of closer. And I'm surprised actually. Because we should have two kind of green circuits. The one that uses the bigger pole versus the one that used the little pole. Run this down here. I think everything else to have power, which is good because we disconnected a few things. Apparently we need more power up here. That's fine. This is green circuits. This is copper coming up. This is iron over here. And then also do some smelting right here. Here is fine, except for that pipe right there. Let's offset this a little bit just in case. Actually, let's not. Let's build them somewhere. That's a little bit more. Something like this. Go. So we actually don't need that. Instead, we'll bring this up here. Don't need that. This iron. steel. We'll actually have a buffer of steel in each of these, which is probably wasteful. At least this will make us laser continuously and not. Look at that, we have everything under control now. There's no more warning. We actually have everything built. Wow. With that in mind, I think it's time to deconstruct some of these and rebuild them in using the this kind of blueprint. That requires to remove this last tree over here. Poor tree. Put it there. There. Nice and tight. And then if I run this line here, I can actually build more that way. So why don't I do that? Go and deconstructs those. That. And there's more tree up here. Can't have trees. There's a solar fan. No trees. The logistic network is right here, so we're missing one right in here. So probably should fix that. Actually, these two over here need to go. Build one of these. Oh, that's not what I meant. Well, we'll rebuild that later. Right now we need to build that right there. I don't even know where I am. I'm right here. And we need one of these guys. To be right next to it. Wrong direction. Now our network is fully covered to this array, which is nice, and we can run through it, providing that we are careful. Let's go ahead and remove these, I think. Just build that right there. Let's not get a trap in here. Alright. And I was hoping that I can make this a pretty short episode and actually get some of the more advanced science done and purple circuits and everything. Well, we did make some purple circuits, just a very small amount of it, very manually, just in case we need it for something. We have it. Like we can make some of these ourselves. And we're actually making copper and all that stuff ourselves, which is not what we want. The reason I want to make some of these is just to demonstrate that we can lower the requirement for these guys by quite a bit. So now these guys only use 36 kilowatts as opposed to 72 kilowatts. What I should really do is really focus on the logistic system here. What this guy need is purple circuits. So to do that, just need a chest. Definitely don't want to fill that up. Purple and pump jack, electric engine, and furnace. That will have to wait until the next episode then. So for right now, just going to See, this is the thing I was talking about. It's very difficult to tell these from a glance what you have. Because they look very, very similar to one another. Anyway, let's call it an episode here. And the main thing that we accomplished in this episode was to redo our battery and accumulator production to match our demand. And laser as well. So laser now is being produced automatically. And obviously we don't have enough steel here for it, but that's okay. That's a limiting factor. Not too worried about it. These guys don't run a whole lot, so but I'll just upgrade them all to D, so that they can just really crank them out and use less energy doing it. So I will no longer request these, and instead I will request purple. We need some light here as well. Oh, we already have one. Never mind. How about one here? So limiting factor for this is still just the steel production, which is okay. We don't need to make a whole lot of at once. Famous last word anyway. This over here also needs stone and stuff. We need to make all this stuff automatically. Let's go and put some of those level 2 efficiency module in these guys. So these have level 2. Now they have level 2 there. So these guys don't use that much anymore just because they're sitting here idle. At some point we should research level 3 of the belt. Let's look at our pollution map. Well, look at all the biters everywhere now. They're definitely encroaching. But we do have laser all along this upper border. Have laser around here. We have one laser down here. We need to add more down this way. But now that we actually have a decent laser production, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And then we need to push this further out again so that we can build more signs, which is right here. And then we need to build trains and stuff. All of those we have to wait for the next episode, including the new sign stuff. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.